sun is peeking out now. Wasn't expecting this treat today. There you go, you can see my face now. I'm Jordan, by the way. Welcome to Offline and Outdoors. I think this is episode 18 now, and this is my third solo wild camp. So the boys, who you might know, Liam and Jake, they couldn't make it on this one, unfortunately, but I think I'm in need of some solitude, and what a better place than Sherwood Forest. This forest is way bigger than I remember it. I think I was with the boys last time, and I think when you're together and you're just chatting and you know time flies and you don't realise how far you've walked and how long you've walked for. So it's about an hour and 5-minute hike from the car just to this spot that we went last time, which you might recognise when we get there. I think it was episode 6. I'll correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong. It's a glorious location, and having to come on my own, I thought I want to kind of go somewhere, especially where the weather's a bit choppy. It's my first woodland wild camp by myself. I want to go somewhere I'm familiar with and I know exactly where I'm going. I can get set up, get some wood sorted out and everything. So I'm excited to go back, and Liam told me to tell her that he misses her. So I think we'll have to go again as a squad next year, because this is the final wild camp of 2023. So quite symbolic and well needed, if I'm being honest. Just had a thought. I put this waterproof layer on just in case it started raining, but I've looked up and it's not going to rain anytime soon. So I'll take this layer off, cool down a little bit, I think. As beautiful as that looks, that's just a reminder that the sun is setting already. Let's get the bag back on. That would be an absolute belter of a location, but right next to the path. It's just wasn't meant to be. Too perfect. Right, internet's off, fully offline, appreciating nature. Definitely just hid the fact that I nearly fell over really well then. I do try and stick to the philosophy of the channel, although I'm not perfect, because I'm very device dependent, as we all are. But the main thing I try and just use it for is just keeping in touch with people, and FaceTime the missus later, see the little one as well. Oh, that's nice. That's all really nice down there. Yeah, I'd probably be wandering in that direction if I didn't have a spot in mind. Right, I'm at a crossroads here. Let's figure out which way I'm going. It was this way, straight on. My instincts were right, but from previous adventures, you may have realised that my instincts are quite rarely correct, and I get told off for it quite a lot. Woo! Right, go on. Off we go. Oh yeah, right way. Don't be telling me which way to go. Yeah. We thought this was going to be easy. We were wrong.
Because on the map, right, it didn't even show what the gradients were like.
Nah.
And then Jordan, as he usually does, yeah, this is the right way. And Liam went, are you sure? Like every single time he does.
And I say 100%, bro, trust me.
And then we get to where we're going, and it's go, oh, well, Liam was right after all. It was like a scale electric track. You go up, go around, then come back down.
You know what we say, though? All that's to the adventure. So, I've learned from my mistakes. And when I'm with the boys, try and let them take charge. It's just so easy to get caught up in it all and forget what direction you head in. This forest, absolutely awesome. I forgot how big it was. Can't tell how big something is on Google Maps. And this is the problem, like, I'm forever hunting for locations on Google Maps, especially woodlands, because they're so hard to find, it seems. And you can never tell how big they are. Sherwood definitely looks like one of the biggest on the map, and it definitely does feel very spacious. I'd recommend it for a walk, 100%, if it's not too far of a drive for you. It's about an hour and 45 for me, which is quite far to do a wild camp. But just because I know that the location is just 10 out of 10, I'm willing to drive. I'm willing to do it. It's worth it. A couple of trees are falling over there. So the trees I'll be camping next to are a bit sturdier than that. I'm in the Naturehike Cloudpeak 2 again. Second time using the tent. And that's supposed to pretty much be able to take any kind of abuse. So if a tree lands on it, it should be fine. Oh, it's looking a bit sketchy here, you know. I might have to go look at that. That's not what you want really, that, is it? Yeah, definitely not. I've got my boots on and everything, but just avoid stuff like that when you can. Other than that little bit there, the path has been absolutely perfect. It's way just as I say that, nearly decked it. I've given myself a little bit of a challenge on this one. I've not brought the Jetboil, so I brought the Bushbox instead, and my titanium pot. So I'll have to rely on my abilities, my fire making abilities, to, you know, have brews and hot food. I think I'll be okay. The first gate of this adventure. Is it a great gate? Not bad. It's got some real tension on it, that spring. It doesn't look like much, but I won't let it go. I'll let it. Doesn't quite sit flush though, so ooh, probably give it 7 out of 10. It's alright. It's got a decent sound. It's not a squeaker, at least. I'll tell you what though, that bench, the quality's not great, but that bench over there, I'm gonna show you that bench. That's well cool. Look at that. Too close. How's that? That's awesome. That's so cool. Obviously it's wet at the moment, but in summer that'd be proper handmade. Proper handmade. I love stuff like that. That's something I'd have in my garden rather than a pre-built one or something. Nice. Right, back to it. Don't want to get sidetracked. Can't afford to. Nearly there now. Ground sounds a bit squelchy. Hopefully got some dry ground where I want to camp. Here she is. The location. It's always different when you revisit a location. It always feels a little bit different. Got some wind. This should do nicely. I am not joking, but I've just heard a tree fall down over there. You can probably hear the wind. There are actually weather warnings of wind tonight. Not ideal. Seems that I picked the windiest days. But yeah, so I'm going to pitch my tent away from any trees. But these trees are solid. That will have been like a thin tree, like one of those silver birches over there. So yeah, I'm going to pitch the tent up here, and then hopefully get the tarp up over there. spotted a couple of people over there, so I'm just going to chill for now. So yeah, I've just put the tent on pause for now because I've just seen a couple of people and I'm sort of getting ahead of myself. It's only 2:30, but it feels like I'm rushing against the sun because it is setting over there and it probably will get dark quite quick. But there's no clouds above, so that's one less thing to worry about. But yeah, I was trying to beat the dark, to be honest. So yeah, sort of forgot one of the golden rules of wild camping is set up late, pack up early. So I think I want to try and do something. I want to be productive, so I could potentially put the tarp up. And if someone sees me, it is what it is. The idea is leave no trace, and that trace includes people seeing you. You want no one knowing you've ever been there, and that's the beauty of it, really. That's how wild camping should be. Not always doable, you know. And I'm sure people wouldn't mind, to be honest. Everyone out here is nature lovers anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'll put the tent on pause now, I think. And maybe, I was thinking maybe get some wood sorted out, but it can just be a little bit noisy, so I don't want to get seen doing that either. The tarp's probably going to be the most difficult bit of this all because I've never put it up properly, so I've learned some knots. So yeah, let's try and get that up, shall we? Let's give it a go. As you can probably tell from that time lapse, I gave up on the tarp. I need more practice, really, and that line between them two trees was far too long, so there's just too much give in it. So them trees are just too far apart to begin with, so yeah, that's a no-go, but that's fine. But I can see the weather starting to change now, so even though I'm still seeing a few people every now and again, I'm gonna have to pitch my tent just in case the weather does turn really sour. Temperature has also dropped significantly, so I think I'll start looking at putting some layers on. Starting to get a little bit of rain now. Getting this pegged out rapid because it is starting to rain, so while I peg the rest of it out, throw everything in the tent because I'm not messing about. Getting everything wet. Glad I started putting this up when I did, because weather changed quick. I think while the rain's not too heavy yet, should probably guy her out, really. Do what I can anyway. I think it's safe to say that now the rain's here, the people should be gone, so that's the upside of it. Yeah, not taking any chances whatsoever. Final guy line. It's the tedious part of it all. really. It's one of those very, very quick to put up, but to fully secure down, which I just want to get out of the way. It's a little bit on the tedious side. Absolutely solid. Let's get in, shall we? And hope for the best with this weather. Hope for a break in the rain. Oh, nice and soft ground, I will say that. We're in. Woo! Nice and cozy. I do really like this tent. I'll get a light on so you can actually see, and we'll get everything squared away. Obviously this is not a full season tent. It will take a good beating, but like you can see, like there's a gap there. A real 4 season tent wouldn't have that. But it was like 110 quid, and it is built like a brick house. See? A little bit of give. Strong winds that. It took it though, didn't it? Took it like a champ. Oh, take my boots off. That's when you know you're home. Not sure if this ground's perfectly straight, but I like this way. It's all right. Yeah, it's really soft ground. Really soft ground. Even got a little house plant here. Look at that. Nice. Got flowers in the porch. Bring the boots down there. It's only a trickle, but without that tarp, which I failed on, I'm not going to be able to make a fire. So we'll just have to see how things go. Should have brought the Jetboil, I suppose, but that's how the cookie crumbles, eh? Let's get a light on in here. I've really forgotten to hydrate on this trip. I think because it's cold, you do forget to hydrate. As inconvenient as the rain is, I do love that sound. Well, looks like I'm tent bound. This hasn't happened for a while. This is the only, let me get a light on before I start showing you stuff. But yeah, the one thing with this tent is, and everyone complains about it, and I'm not sure why they changed it. So this is actually the 2021 version of the 22. It's an updated version of the tent, and it's the doorway. I don't know what else they changed, to be honest. I've not really found much. Maybe they slightly upgraded materials, but this doorway, it was like a 3-way zip, and you could, open one half and get through, and it was really clever. And for some reason they got rid of it, and now you unzip it and you've just got like this arch, so you've just got all this fabric on the floor and it just gets in the way. And the only way I've found that you can kind of manage it, there are toggles here, so maybe I'll roll it up and use them now because I'm going to be in here for a while. But before I was just grabbing it and then tucking it underneath. And that works just as well, to be fair. I probably don't really need to faff about rolling it up. I'll just do that. Yeah, I mean, I'll roll it up for the sake of it, but yeah, that's one of the complaints that you'll see. But I think for the price of the tent and the build quality and everything, it's you can't really grumble at these little things. Yeah, there you go. It's like it's all saggy as well. Like the floor's pretty saggy. But once again, I could complain about it all day, but this holds up way stronger than my MSR Hubba NX, which is like super nice when you're inside it. It's dead spacious. It's a little bit bigger than this. The footprint's flush. It's a bit more premium, but it's not got that pole system that this has got that keeps it so sturdy. Like now, there's wind warnings, at this elevation and whatnot, and I'm away from trees, which is good. I'm not fussed. And obviously now it's raining. No dramas. We'll see anyway, see how things go. See the water dripping off. Yeah, pitched just on time. Just on time. Well, I'm not going to be chopping wood, so I'm not going to be getting warm from that, so I better put some layers on. I think I'll probably put my long johns on as well. Oh, can you hear that? Might not be able to hear it over the rain, but that is some strong wind. Let's hope I can sleep tonight, because that's the only thing, like, yeah, I'm not, this tent ain't budging, but will it be noisy? I'm tempted to just layer up, because like even my feet are getting cold now. Or it could just be the way I'm sat, but yeah, I can feel that cold ground now sapping me, so hopefully I don't get a puddle under the tent. But yeah, gonna get the sleeping pad up now so I can get off the ground, keep my body heat, get the quilt up, just get everything set up as you would, because when you've not got a fire, you've got to use your layers. So there's the sleeping pad. Definitely probably overkill, to be fair, because we're not going down to too low of temperatures tonight, but this is the Thermarest NeoAir MAX NXT, which is just like the new version, but I'm pretty sure it's almost exactly the same. Less crinkly, I think. Hope the tent's getting foam there. But yeah, that sleeping pad is awesome. Packed super small. Got the quilt. Big boy. That's warm. That's super warm. Tent bag. Back where the tent came from. That'll be the last thing that goes back in. So some people put it on the top of the pack when they're packing the bag, but I like to have like other things available, like a brew kit or Technology, like things I need quick access to. So I put the tent right at the bottom, and this bag's really good because it's got, I think most bags have this, it's got a section there so you can open that up and get to the thing that's right at the bottom. I mean, this bag's really cool because you can open up, I've never actually used this feature, but you can open up, where are the zips there? You can literally open up, there you go. Let's use it now, so you can open up the full bag from the front, which is quite cool. So, these are my dry bags. Got miscellaneous stuff in there, like a bit of everything. Technology in that one, food in that one. And there you go. She's up. Look how thick she is. A lot of insulation. A lot of insulation. Takes a while to pump up, to be honest, because it takes so much air. But yeah, super nice. Let's get the quilt out and we can get super cozy. This is I forgot what it's called, to be honest, but it's from Enlightened Equipment. It's their synthetic quilt. Custom made, so I chose the colours and the denier of the fabric and everything. And it's rated to -6, I think. Everything's in the description anyway if you want to know anything about gear, because I could bang on about it all day, to be honest. I think we all could. The rain's eased off. It's very trickly now. So I think what I'm going to do, and there's meant to be, I checked the weather, I went back online, please forgive me. Check the weather, and there's meant to be a break in the rain at about 6 PM. I think it's nearly 5 now, and it's meant to be like properly raining right now. It's not, it's only trickling, so, you know, everything can change, but I'm in the mindset now where I've just accepted my situation, and, you know, if this is where we're at, this is where we're at. No point fighting it. I'm just gonna enjoy it for what it is. I came out here for Solitude, and I'm getting it either way. Oh. Oh. Yep. That'll do me, that. Yeah, I'm not even fussed about anything else. That's me sorted. I'm not even too hungry yet either. So, I've been doing a bit of intermittent fasting as of late. I'm just trying to cut down on the calories a little bit, down to 2,000 calories, so intermittent fasting just helps with that, and then you just get the benefits of that. So I'm still fasted, so I'm in that nice state where I don't feel super hungry, so I'll hold that off. I just have to keep an ear out for this rain. I'm so cozy. I don't even want to get out and make a fire. I'm just gonna go full lazy mode, I think. So yeah, I'm just gonna rest my eyes for a little bit, I think, and then we'll go from there. Oh, that is bright. That's super bright. It's like the sun. I think because I always do that. I always double click it when I don't need to. There we go. I'll probably put it on the middle one. The top one's really bright. That's quite bright still. They're really good, these lamps. And shout out Hayes Outdoors. He's got the there's like an end, like a thing that you put on the end, like a little rubber thing, and it kind of dims it and makes it a bit more ambient, so it's not blinding you. Might be worth the investment actually, that, I think, just so I can have it on without it being direct light in my eyes. I've not been here that long. It's been chilling. I sort of turned to the side, then I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get some sleep. But when I check the forecast, the rain's gonna start again at 7, and that's gonna be till like midnight. So I thought, well, now is my only opportunity to get some firewood and then hopefully cook some food. So a big part of me wants to stay in here because I'm so cozy, and I could just go to sleep right now and then just eat the cold food I've got. But part of me is like, well, I should just get up and do it, because I'll regret it if I don't do it, more than likely. So let's go get some firewood. The Bushbox is only small, so all I need really, they're a bit alive, them actually. Just need to find some dead. Yeah, see that? That's dead. Yeah. Just need some small twigs. That's all I need. There we go. Yeah, see all that? That's perfect, that. Collecting some wood. I've got a decent amount now, to be fair. I looked up. You might be able to see little bits on the camera as they go past the light. It's very like light rain. I'm pretty sure it's snowing, but I can't fully tell. I think it's trying to snow anyway. Yeah, you can see it as it goes past. Huh. So yeah, looks like I might have to put this fire on hold. In there's food that I needed to warm up, so that's not looking great right now because it was snowing and it's very windy as well, and to be honest I'm happy to just put the fire off for now. If it happens later on it happens, if not it didn't happen. So in here I've got some overnight oats, and then I've got some dark chocolate and just a small fruit and nut mix. Loads of good stuff in there. Nuts are really good to keep you warm as well, because when you digest them, warms you up somehow. Magic. So yeah, they'll be good, sort of like before bed. Well, I say before bed, I'm going to eat this and get in bed, so early night for me, I think. I'm just tired at this point, I'm just ready to rest. So yeah, I'm going to get this scanned. I'll let you have a quick look. There's the overnight oats. I mean, they don't look anything special, to be fair, but they definitely are special. I'll put all the ingredients on the screen. So you can see there is a lot of good stuff in there, and it does taste really good actually. So yeah, I'm going to get that scanned. That'll keep me filled as well, quite full, so that's kind of like backup for later. Or I might eat it all in one and then just hit the hay. We'll see. Gone. That did not last long. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Really good for camping. I've never had overnight oats camping, but they're literally perfect in one of these Mylar bags as well. Nailed that. I'm going to save them for later in case I get hungry, because that's all my food now, because I relied on heat like an idiot. That's okay, I'll manage. I can make up for it tomorrow when I get home. I'm going to get this quilt strapped to the pad properly, and then get some sleep, I think. Just get an early night and then an early rise. So unless something magic or tragic happens, shower haze outdoors, I'll see thee on the morrow. I've still got my flashlight on my phone. That didn't work. That didn't have the dramatic effect I wanted it to, but anyhow, I will see thee on the morrow. Super cozy, so warm. That wind is really loud. It's very strong. We did have yellow weather warning on Met Office that we were going to have some serious winds, and they were right. I mean, just the sound of the wind alone, even when it's not hitting the tent, is really loud. Loving the sound of the rain, not loving the sound of the wind. It's kind of keeping me up, especially when it shakes the tent. But I will say, I'm impressed so far by this tent, because it's mega strong wind and it's taking it. Super tired. So I'll keep you updated. Oh, that is bright. Morning. Almost 7 AM. I promised to wake up at 7 anyway. Got loads of sleep. Super well rested. The wind picked up a little bit last night, but still slept fine. Woke up a few times, as you always do, but feel nice. And the rain's stopped now, so that's my cue to get everything squared away. $7 AM, and it still looks like it's the middle of the night. I can hear birds chirping and whatnot, so they're waking up. Heard a few funny sounding birds before. It's funny really because in summer, this time of the year, in summer at this time, the sun would be peeping down and it'd be lighting up the tent and waking you up. But yeah, I set an alarm for 7 AM and just checked the time then. It was like 6:56, so I was like, alright, my body clock's on point. There was some really strong gusts last night, like I got a bit on film, so hopefully that reflected it, and it did. It got a proper shaking, but I tell you what, that is one sturdy tent that. It didn't, it shook, but it didn't budge, if you know what I mean. Like, the wind sounded terrifying, you know, in any, like in my MSR hubba, I would have been packing away and just going, but that I felt really confident with. I mean, there's no rain now, no wind. I could attempt to get a little fire going, make a coffee. That would be nice. Come here, soldier. Tent's in the bag there. Poles and pegs in there. I learnt this one from Paul Mesner. Always put the poles inside of the pack. It's a two-handed job that though, now that the pack is full to the brim, as you can see. Let's see if this will burn. Probably not, but I'll just try anyway. We're rolling. Look at the sky. Look at the colour of that. We turn the head torch off. That. I'm filming on my girlfriend's old phone now. Thanks, Cody, for lending it to me for the time lapses and stuff. It's come in handy because my phone storage is full, so I've had to just resort to this for filming now. Hopefully that's picking up the colours. That is glorious. Something about the woodland in the morning. So peaceful, like no people other than me. Not a breath of wind either. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Sometimes camping is more about the morning time than the actual camping itself. Like I packed up, like, but now I'm really feeling it, like getting that vibe. And all the birds wake up as well, which is like awesome. Like they've woken up with me. So let's get the head torch on. We've got the Bushbox. This is the standard one, it's not the XL one. The XL one, I contemplated it would have been good for, like, you know, if you weren't going to have like a fire pit. Not used this in so long, there we go. But this one's like the best for like cooking and stuff, because the XL, because the flame is so big, it's so, the heat will be escaping around your pot, which isn't what you want really. See that there? Titanium on titanium. This is the Lixada. Everything's in the description anyway if I forget to mention a bit of gear. But yeah, that it like works perfectly on that. Coffee in there. I'm just having a coffee this morning. I'm not too hungry. So I've got cotton wool balls with Vaseline, and my dad gave me these ages ago. Like fire starter cubes, but they're not like the petrol ones. These are like made with vegetable oil and stuff, so they don't stink, but they also don't take a spark. So it's pros and cons. But the Vaseline soaked cotton wool balls do take a spark, so we'll try that. I have got a lighter, but I like to try and do it as best as I can. And the problem with these is they really do take sparks really well, but obviously because they're soaked in Vaseline, you've got to be careful you don't get it all over your fingers, because then you've got cotton wool stuck all over your fingers as well. And I say Vaseline, it's just petroleum jelly. You wouldn't buy Vaseline for this because it's not the cheapest. I just bought some cheap petroleum jelly for this job. So what we do is we put them there, get that going, and then we'll throw some of them cubes on top. There you go, see that it goes up. Feel the heat off that, that heat is nice. Put that on, try and get a few of these on, and then that way. If not, I can always set them alight with. The good thing about these as well, when they burn, they don't stink. I'm just going to throw a load on because I really want coffee and I'm not taking any risks. And then we'll just start getting some twigs on, and then they can be drying while everything else burns. Because I can't see this burning, to be honest. As optimistic as a person I am, sometimes you just got to be realistic. But yeah, I can hear it. I can hear the water evaporating out of them. So it might have generated enough heat from the get-go to actually dry out the wood that I'm putting in. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna overkill it, and I'm gonna put these in as well, because that way I can get my pot on now. Get that filled with water. What does this go up to? 500 ml, is it? Whew. Yeah, 500 ml. I'm not sure what this cup is, but I'll just do 250. Yeah, 250, that should heat up pretty quick. Oh, that's nice. It's nice to have actually had a bit of success after all this. I was thinking, what am I going to call this video? Solitude and failure equals humble. It's true, I do feel humbled in a very good way. That is glorious. That is glorious. And that water's starting to boil already. It doesn't take long. But at least now I can enjoy my brew by the fire. That is me happy. Because I spoke to the missus last night, and she said, you know, if I can't get a fire going and have a coffee, she said, I'm not coming home unless I've had one. Chanel to grab one on the way home. Not myself before I've had a coffee, but I think when I've been camping, that's the exception, because I'm high on life instead of being high on caffeine. Yeah, water's nearly boiling. Got to treat myself, grab myself some coffee bags, just Morrison's own, but it's anything's better than instant coffee. I'm impressed that that wood's actually burning. I think, like I said, just generating enough heat from what I brought is enough to dry out the wood to get it going. That's that done. Let's put my gloves on to get that. Just gonna let it boil for a sec. Put the coffee bag in. It's gonna be red hot, that. I don't even know if these gloves are gonna be able to take this. Yeah, I can feel the heat from that even just there. Oh, that is hot. That is so hot. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna brew the coffee bag in there. And potentially I could put it back on and just let that heat up for a sec. And it said on the packet 2 to 4 minutes. I like a brew strong, so I'm gonna do it for 4 minutes. I don't know if I should be cooking it like I am doing though. To be fair, the water's a bit low because so much has evaporated from the heat, so I'm just gonna have a nice big strong brew. Sounds like a plan. It's awesome, this Bushbox with the hole on the front. So you just feed your wood through. You can just pop it all through the front there. It's awesome. This is why I didn't want to bring the Jetboil. I just thought I could just rely on this, which I can now the weather's eased up. I could cook all my food now, you see, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to set a timer for 3 minutes for this brew. So one bit of advice I give you with these pots, and if you are going to use like this kind of system as a pair, is I took the handle off the top because I never used it, which obviously allows you to grab it from the top. Keep that on because you could easily just flip that over, grab it with a stick, take the pot off safely. Unless you've got heat-proof gloves, fair enough. These aren't heat-proof. They've not damaged the gloves, but I can feel heat coming through, so it's literally I've got seconds. See, now that's boiling again. Let's take that off. There we go. Now we've got a lovely little campfire. Might as well just use all this wood. I was going to use all the wood, but then I've had a thought. I can't just stop the fire whenever I want. I'm going to have to let it burn out and put it out and obviously leave no trace. So I'm just going to let that burn out as it is. Because by the time I finish drinking my coffee, that should have gone out. Get it cooled off and get squared away. Got bright really quick. I hope I'm going to need my Headtorch on now. Lovely. Still red hot, so I can't even drink it. It's getting super bright now. Loads of colours in the sky. I'll be honest, for a coffee bag in the wild, made on a fire, that is really nice. I'm impressed with that because you have the Morrison's ones and then the Taylor's ones, obviously Taylor's being the more premium ones, and obviously me being me, I went for the cheap ones because I thought it's just a coffee bag, it can only be so nice really. They are bob on, bellissimo, as the Italians would say. I always have a vision in my mind when I come camping of like how I want the video to be and everything like that, but as soon as I step out the car, put the bag on, my mind goes completely blank, so I just have to absolutely wing the videos and wing the adventure. But I suppose that's what makes it special really, because it's completely impromptu, it's genuine. You can't script a wild camping video. You could try, you'd only get so far with it. So I hope that the videos reflected the experience I've had, which is imperfect but needed. And obviously I get so caught up in the experience of it itself, it's difficult to balance that with filming, as you can imagine. And I was tempted as well before I even started filming, should I just do this trip with no camera? But I like to look back on them myself, to be honest, so I make the episodes for totally selfish reasons. and it's just an added bonus that whoever else enjoys the video. So shout out Kyle, our #1 fan. He enjoys the videos, so yeah, you make it all worth it, brother. While shout out to my missus and my son. Obviously I left them to come on this adventure, which I didn't really want to do. If I could do both at the same time, I would, but I just felt like, and I feel like a lot of men could appreciate this, you just need some time by yourself sometimes, or just time outside of normal life. Like, even when I come here with the boys, it's still like a bit of solitude, even though I'm with people still, because we're escaping our normal day-to-day life, and it's like a fresh recharge of the batteries. It's lovely. So shout out Liam and Jake. They're the boys, they're the ones. How do I even begin to say? It's weird camping without them, I'll be so honest. It's like, I feel like a lost boy in a supermarket, if you've ever had that feeling, and you have to go to the thing, I've lost my mummy, and you have to call her on the intercom. That's like me when I'm out here on my own. Like, where's Liam and Jake to help me like find wood and like battle the wind and get through like the adversity that your mind goes through when you dealt with situations that you don't want to deal with, like the rain and the wind. It's like, and I've had to not have anything hot overnight. But yeah, shout out to you guys. You know the script. We'll be camping in 2024, 100%. And I suppose I just do the solos just to keep the legacy going. Do you know what I mean? I camp in your honour. So yeah, shout out to Liam and Jake. If you don't know who they are already, flick through the other episodes, and there's some golden moments of them to just class humour. Like, you couldn't script these things. I'm not going to tell you what episodes, what timestamps. You're going to have to find them gems for yourself. Or you could just go on the TikTok or the shorts, because I put them all on there, so I've done it for you, I guess. But I'd recommend watching the episodes and watching them in their context. Speaking of TikToks, you might remember, or you might not know, this forest is where Liam had his moment of fame. We filmed a TikTok, I'll overlay it here. And that got quite a few views, and he was absolutely chuffed with that. I was buzzing for him. Anyway, thank you for sticking this long with me, because I feel like this episode's just been me chatting the whole time, but I've not really known what else to do, so I've just tried my best and hope you've enjoyed it. It's one of those, I'll film these videos, I'll film my adventures, more for me reliving my memories. If you want to experience this, if you don't, fair enough, keep watching the episodes and you just enjoy that. But if you do feel an urge to do some wild camping or even just some walking, these videos are nowhere near close. You know, I sit at home and I watch wild camping videos, and I'm tempted to ban myself from watching them, to be honest, because it's like, it's fake. It's a fake version. As much as you can try, you can never ever replicate this experience. It's your five senses, and that's all I can say. So click off this video, get out, or start planning, or start doing something. Don't watch these videos anymore, because it's not the real thing. Of course, you're welcome to stay though. I could hear a dog barking then. Dog walkers are out already. Good job I'm packed away. I've got no fire going or anything like that, so I'm not breaking any rules. Although it's not like messy having twigs in a pile on the floor, it's just the principle of, like, you know, if someone sees that, that's unnatural, and it's obvious that someone has done that with the intention to have a fire. So scatter them over. I got them from over there anyway, so I scatter them over there. Everything's natural. Shame I went through all that effort, but it's better to be overkill really, because I had enough then for a brew, and I'm revitalised. Absolute quality bit of kit, as long as you've got some dry wood. But honestly, I love that. The only thing I need to do now is take some layers off. This sit pad is awesome as well, just for like getting changed and stuff. You know, if you need to get changed outside, like change your pants, because you don't want to do that with your boots on, but you can't put your feet on the wet floor. Long johns are off, but the aircon was on, so I'm going to turn the aircon off just to get a little bit of heat in my legs, and then once I get warm I might open them up. Honestly, £10 oh, I keep raving on about these £10 long johns from Asda. Honestly, unless you've got a better recommendation. I mean, they don't pack the smallest, but they're not massive. They're so warm. Like I said last night, I had to take these pants off, because with those on as well, just absolutely getting cooked. There you go, just slap them in the front there. That's it, sorted, no trace left. Good night's sleep, nice coffee, well and truly reset. This is our departure, so until the next adventure, I'll see you then. Just remember, the video's not the real thing. You have to get out there yourself and experience it for real.